Don't stretch out my hat. Go. You know what? Fine. You're annoying.
Take notes.
Take notes.
Big Beach. We're here.
My man, Alan just did.
It's different this time.
What's up, guys?
Terry and Trey here. We got the win tonight. However, how do you really... What was the score?
104, 114.
And that is not what the score should have been, in my opinion. Because really, we were supposed to blow this team out. Come on, like seriously. Third quarter, we did the right thing. We did the stepped up in the third quarter, beginning of the third quarter. I don't know what the lead was, but we had a nice lead, I think close to 20 points. And to me, at that point, we're supposed to ride that out. Right?
Put the foot on the gas, right?
But that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Starting lineup had to be brought back in. And so this lead or the win should have been a much bigger win. But it's a win all the same.
It's a win.
So I'm not complaining. And we're over 500.
Exactly.
Going into the All-Star week, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, listen, this is the first half of the season done. It is 19 and 18. It's above 500 basketball. Not perfect tonight, like we said. But in a way... And the last two games, obviously, not as perfect, not as engaged mentally the whole time. The bench tonight, I thought in the second half, really didn't do a good job of sealing things off. When you get those bench minutes in the fourth quarter to take the game, finish it off, you really got to do that. That said, another solid performance overall. Detroit is not a good team, so nothing too crazy. But this man, Jullus Randle,
where's the Randle shirt? Who's buying us the Randle shirt? Well, everyone that thought we were hating on Randle.
Well, really, I wasn't even hating. We weren't hating
on him. He's clearly turned around.
He's turned around.
He's clearly turned around. 180, not 360. And he's aware. He's completely aware of how he came into the league.
Yeah.
And what he wanted, I think, is, to be honest, what we all wanted too. We wanted him to step up, wanted him to be that leader. I'm sure you guys have read the piece that he wrote today. And what an emotional piece for us as New York fans to read that. Rebecca Holler just made mention of it, and I'm sure you guys are going to read it at some point if you have not.
Player Tribune.
I'm out of focus here.
You get Player Tribune.
Player Tribune, sorry.
Yeah, don't forget to check it out, guys. Randle, incredible stuff tonight. These stats are ridiculous. The season's been ridiculous. I'm so happy he gets to go to the All-Star game. I'm happy it's on, even though obviously it's not the safest thing, and players were against it. I was against it initially. I'm like, why are they bothering? I'm very happy that Randle gets to go rub shoulders with the NBA elite and feel like he belongs. And not just that, he gets to see the fruits of his labor, which is incredible.
Yeah.
The teams were picked. Kevin Durant picked him on his team.
Nice.
Gave him props.
Nice.
You know who the real star of New York is? However, what's interesting is Bradley Beal and Zach LaVine are also on Randle's team. So a little, hey, come here in the future. There's a lot of talk recently about, the Knicks are going to get stars now that they're kind of good. It's the same old stuff. Right. I didn't want to hear it.
I know.
I'm glad what we're seeing right now.
Listen, outside of Randle going to the All-Star week, we also have Obi Toppin, who's going to be playing in the dunk contest, which I think could be quite exciting.
He could be fun.
I think for him, why it's going to be so exciting is because of his dad. And that's what he's been watching his whole life. So I think he definitely wants to sort of prove that he can one-up his dad. I'm sure he wants to do that.
That'd be something fun.
And our guy,
RJ
Barrett, who also made, I don't know what the
rookie game. The rookie game. Rising Stars. Remember, RJ, again, was not selected on the Raw rookie teams. They picked 10 rookies. He was not picked.
He was snubbed.
100%. Incredible stuff. Much better this year. 21 points tonight. His three-point shooting has improved so much. He's passing a little bit better the past few weeks. And he's become a closer, right? We saw the Pacers game a couple weeks ago, though he did miss the free... last week.
That was about a week ago.
Yeah, right. So RJ, we weren't playing that well in the fourth. RJ came in, scored maybe 8 points in a row or something. He did miss the last two free throws, but he came in the fourth and did it again.
In the Pacers game you're talking about. Okay.
Tonight comes in again when we needed him and Randle. They become. Listen, I honestly thought they couldn't play together. They've shut me up and they're proving me wrong. They figured it out.
That's good.
They figured it out. And I think going back to Randle's article, which you definitely need to read, guys. He's basically, if you read what he said, he really took last year into account. Looked at what he did well, didn't do well, adjusted, and came back. Because he even mentioned it, right? He was pressing, trying to be the number one guy.
Right.
Not realizing he wasn't just supposed to be the number one scorer. He was supposed to be the leader of the team.
The mentor of the team.
Everything.
I think everything that we as Knicks fans, I don't know if you guys will, but everything we thought he was coming in and going to be for the team, he also, it was interesting to read the article because he also wanted those exact same things. So it's almost like his experience was the same as the fans, the same way the fans, and we were looking at him like, what are you doing? You're spinning around, you're this, you're that. It's almost like he was also going through those same emotions, if you will, physically, obviously on the court, but then emotionally going through that process. And to be honest, sometimes you got to go through that process to become like a better person. Right? And a better player and a better man and all those things. And I don't know about him anything personally. But
he's a great guy. He's a great guy. Family man.
Seems like
spoke about his kids.
You know something? That's another thing. I actually really do like when these young athletes are married young.
Right.
Because I feel it gives them a very stable household, right? And then they're sort of going out to just play this game. And they're not out there chasing. They ain't chasing tail. They ain't doing all that. And, they're more focused, I think, also, because they're focused about family, but they're also able to be focused on the game because if they're married to someone, that person obviously realizes this is the career.
As long as they're going home to that person. All right. So up next, last person we're talking about tonight. Not a lot of minutes. And let me give a shout out real quickly to Alfred Payton. Not the biggest fan of this game, as you guys know. I do think there's a scenario where you move him, have Derrick Rose start and figure it out. But again, comes in tonight. He's shooting a lot, but he gets to the rim so easily. He's just not a great finisher there, but he gets to the rim so easily. Tibbs likes that. Alfred back in the starting lineup tonight. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens over the next couple of weeks as we head to the trade deadline. And I think this guy makes it very interesting. Frank Ntilikina. Not a ton of minutes tonight. That's a crazy thing, right? Everything, all the great, a lot of people are going to talk about Frank tonight.
Right.
It all happened in like 5 minutes.
In like 6 minutes. I think in 6 minutes. I mean, he came back. I almost wish he didn't have that last.
He didn't miss out.
He didn't miss the last one. But 3 for 3, and we saw a level of confidence that we wanted to see from Frank. You said he was injured, so I was shocked to even see him come out and play. And, it seems like Frank can't go anywhere. We love that secretly because we kind of obviously want him to be here, even though we keep thinking he's going to go, but he won't go. He's still here, and we love it. Tibbs obviously is liking the little bit of his game.
Yeah.
And you know what I like? I'm fine with a couple of players coming on for just a few minutes and making it splash.
Yeah, well, the thing is, specifically, it's crazy to think of Frank as one of those guys, but he's not that guy.
I know, he's not really that guy.
The thing is, I will say, the second unit did not do a great job today, so I think that's why he didn't play that much. He was part of that unit.
Right.
I don't think he was necessarily at fault. He was playing some pretty good defense, but, things didn't really progress beyond there. Emmanuel quickly was really bad tonight. This was the worst game of his career. Didn't score at all, missed everything.
Right.
Didn't get to the line. Like, that's not IQ.
Right.
I could see that he was trying to facilitate more. He definitely came out trying to pass more than he usually does.
Right.
So I think part of him was maybe thinking, we criticized him in recent weeks for maybe not being, not criticized, but really, he's not a playmaker yet. He's trying to develop that part of his game. I think tonight we saw him try a bit more. He had a couple of good passes, some easy misses. Burks had a 3 that he should have hit. So he's trying to figure it out, but he's still a rookie. He's still going to have these games every now and then.
Right.
Frank looking this aggressive and playing like this is only a good thing. Here's the deal. I don't want him to get traded, but if he's playing this well, he's going to get you more in the trade.
Right.
Right? If he's playing this well, maybe it means you trade Alfred and now you're not as worried.
Right.
Right? It's only good that the player we drafted and put all this time into is showing progress.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I keep going back to this point. The whole point about him was that he was going to take time. I know 4 years seems like a lot, but I will say his second year got cut short for injury, and I know Frank is injury prone, but he had the groin injury which cut out half of his season. Last year he's playing well, and it's COVID. So even though it's technically his 4th year, in many ways it's almost as if this is his 3rd season. And
first year he wasn't given any.
It was all over the place. Anyway. I mean, I'm not gonna give him a pass for the first year because he did play.
Right.
But to me, the second year getting injured, the 3rd year COVID.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Though that's 1 year now. That's not so. So it's like he's in his 3rd year, and I'm like, if he's showing this, I want the Knicks to keep him on a cheap deal, maybe 2 more years.
Right.
And he's 22. He's younger than Obi. He's younger than Obi.
So I wouldn't mind seeing that. I do want to mention quickly Nerlens Noel, only because Mitchell is out.
Yep.
Taj is out. We do not have another center, only Nerlens, and he is performing. He's given us some nice blocks. I like that.
Who am I? He's doing that.
Now, yes, he has butter hands. Butter hands.
Butter hands.
But he was able to give us some nice blocks. And Burks tonight also had a nice game.
Burks had a couple. Burks is a little bit annoying at times because he's skilled. He gets a little bit selfish. A little bit. You want him to score. We need him to score. I think this roster could do it a little bit of a shake-up. It's very interesting because you want to keep the chemistry, and the chemistry seems to be
is
off the charts.
Amazing. And Alec Burks tonight also gave us a little something.
A little bit, yeah.
He can score. We know he can score, so it's kind of annoying when he doesn't, because that's what he's sort of there to do.
Yeah.
And he does it very effortlessly. But you don't think that he really likes to share the ball, or is it more kind of too much ISO ball for you with him?
It's interesting because Burks is. There are guys who are ISO players and they annoy you so much you can feel it. Burks in a weird way doesn't annoy you as much. I don't know if it's his demeanor. He doesn't give you that vibe. Even though he's still hogging the ball sometimes. Right. But I mean, look, we don't have a lot of scorers, so sometimes he has to do it. I think for me, he seems to really understand the game. There was a time specifically when Frank was already 3 for 3. And he had actually recently made that incredible fake pass. Right? Which is crazy.
The dance move?
Yeah, the dance move.
That?
It was great, but then the next possession came down and he did it again, but Frank was actually wide open. It's not really about Frank, and it's not about any specific player. It's that Burks needs to share the ball a little bit more sometimes. But listen, first half of the season, I want to end with this. Let's talk about just the fact that the Knicks, I'm going to take everything off. Mm-hmm. Look at this Knicks season, all right? Remember where we were kind of, going into this year. Tibbs is coming in. We didn't make any big changes. It's not like, oh my God, we're gonna be better because of this.
Yeah.
It was almost like, okay, things were definitely better than Fizz Day with Mike Miller.
Right.
But now we got Tibbs, and let's see what happens.
Right.
I think we lost the first 2 games, and then we made it 2-2, whatever. But now we're at a halfway point. The Knicks are the talk of the NBA. We have 3 things
in 5th place
in
the East, which sounds
right.
insane.
It's all right.
And I know it's a matter of a couple of games, and that changes drastically.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're going to take it while we can take it. We're in 5th place. We're 1 above 500, and we're going. We have 3 guys about to play in the All-Star weekend. When was the last time this happened? So We're going to take what we can get. And yes, Knicks fans, we're going to be happy. We're going to be proud. What do you say?
Well, this is my thing. I mean, I would ask you a little bit more on that. What are your kind of how shocked are you? Because I still sometimes feel like it's a little bit surreal that I'm expecting the Knicks to win games and like we're in this. I'm being real. I predicted 30 and 42 on Knicks Media. Shout out to Richie. And that was the highest one between me, him, and CK2K.
Yeah.
And even then when I said 30 and 42, and don't get me wrong, we can still very easily finish 30 and 42. The second half of the season is rough. But I mean, I just feel euphoric.
I feel happy to watch. I feel happy because we watch these guys actually develop and become a better team.
Yeah.
I also feel happy because we didn't trade and get a big star to come and lift up the team. And I've always liked to see the homegrown guys.
Yeah, we're that so much.
And that's who we are. We're the underdog team. Yes, we're being looked at now amongst the league. We have some respect on our name. We got CP on ESPN, standing up for the fans. We love it. So. I'm surprised. No, I don't want to say surprised, actually. I'm happy. I'm not surprised.
Okay.
Because we have a good coaching staff. We finally have a legit coach. And
okay, he's angry. He's pissed. Tibbs on the TV.
Let me tell you, I want to see Tibbs with no mask so bad because I want to see him cussing and carrying on. I think it would be hilarious.
Oh, Tibbs. Tibbs.
Yeah, like I'm so happy to see real. You've been telling me to see real basketball.
Real good basketball.
Good
the Knicks
basketball.
Potentially a playoff team, guys. Let us know your thoughts on the first half of the season. Gonna have some video dropping during All-Star break about the Knicks as a whole. We're gonna put together some different stuff for you guys. I'm gonna be doing that.
I guess I got some work to do.
Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Peace. Stay safe. And Knicks on Sunday, real quick. All-Star game, 8 p.m. I'm very happy. Hope Randle goes out there and balls. Obi wins the dunk contest. Let's see what happens. Peace out, guys.